That's pretty good. How's it going, friends? Luiginator here for another Saturday stuff, and since it is the first Saturday of the month, you know what that means? It means it's the day where I just sit here and talk at the camera. Yeah, woo! That's what you guys are all here for, right? Before getting into the meat of this video, I just want to say that I noticed that we are officially past 250 subs. That's awesome. That's 250 friends. Yeah, woo! Applause for that one. I think we're actually like a little bit far past that at this point. We're at like 270, and that's wild. That means like 50 of you guys came in the past month, and like month and a half. That's pretty good. I appreciate that. Yeah, applause for that one. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. That's really okay, we can stop. We can stop. Please stop, please God. I know it sounds cliche, and I know everybody says it, but I'm gonna says it. I really appreciate all of you guys, all 200 and whatever of you guys are really appreciated. Every comment, every view, every like, every whatever, it all means a lot to me. Thank you. So on to the matter at hand. I like Team Fortress 2. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. You should have noticed that because I've played this a few times, and wait for it, I'm gonna put a card up here that links you to some videos. Ready? It's gonna be like right around here, I think. Yeah, engagement. Yeah, so I like Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 is great. Recently, I realized something about Team Fortress 2 though. Why are there cosmetic cases? That makes no sense. The cosmetic cases in Team Fortress 2 are, I've been told, akin to stuff in Counter-Strike. I've never played Counter-Strike, so I can't personally attest. And ever since they've been released, they've been the bane of my existence. You just get these random drops, you get super excited for it, and then it's not only one crate that fills up your inventory and you don't do anything with, it is a separate briefcase-style case that's just paint, essentially. And it doesn't make any sense because there's already paint in the game. Why wouldn't you just make weapon paint? The reason I'm making this the topic of this one is because I found out that weapon paint was apparently allegedly about to be a thing. There's a great article on Steam that I read about stuff that was cut from Team Fortress 2 and evidence of it that was put in the game and then later removed, and a lot of evidence pointed toward painted weapons, which would have been fine because you could just paint all existing weapons and had it be essentially the same thing. But the thing is, the cases kind of screw up the economy and kind of screw up the incentive to have paint at all. What I mean by that is you have strange weapons, you have unusual weapons, you have killstreak weapons, you have weapons that people realistically would want to look like the war paint, which to its credit does look really cool. I would love the idea of painted weapons if I could put it on my strange or on my unusual, but here's the T. I can't do that. I thought that's what it was when they first announced this thing, especially when they tied it so heavily to contracts, which I really enjoy doing. I really enjoy doing the contracts. But lo and behold, when you finally unlock one and get to use it for the first time, it says you have to make a whole new weapon. You can't apply it to an existing one the way that you can do with cosmetics and paint cans. So my real question is, why? Why would they do that? The cosmetic cases are absolutely ludicrous. The weapon cases that are just skins but not paint that you can use but can't use on your existing weapons. So if you have a strange minigun and you want to have a fancy strange minigun, too bad, so sad, sorry. That sucks, that's stupid, that doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that? To my knowledge, nobody has brought this up to Valve, this really weird thing, and so I have no idea if this is a change that's gonna happen, but for that change to happen, Valve would have to start remembering that this game exists outside of when it gets put in the news again for having racist bots spam every server. So, not a lot of chance of that, unfortunately. Still, if we've learned anything from this game, it's that the game won't die until the community dies, so as long as we stay vocal, you know, a squeaky wheel can't be ignored, so TF2 community people, I encourage you to keep being vocal about this kind of stuff. That's really how I feel about the game in general at this point in time. People still love this game, and if people are loud enough, eventually Valve has to say something. Either Valve comes out and says they'll start releasing updates again and everybody's happy, or Valve comes out and says, hey, we know it had a good run, but we're not gonna make updates for it anymore, and people are a little disappointed, but at least they aren't kept dangling. This isn't turning into a State of TF2 video. I'm keeping it focused specifically on the cosmetics, and I intend to keep it that way. But I just can't get away from the fact that Valve really needs to do something about this, about Team Fortress 2 as a whole right now. It needs to be addressed, it needs to be stated directly what they plan to do or don't plan to do. Whatever it is, they just need to tell us. Until then, I'll sit here with these cool cosmetic cases and the ones that I will literally never open and cannot sell on the market because of oversaturation, and just sit here wondering what could be, what might have been, What could be? Please, just give me something. That about wraps up this Luiginator Saturday Stuff vlog. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, all that stuff. You already know what to do. There's 270 of you at this point. You know what's going on. You know the drill. And the one thing that a lot of you don't know is that there is a Luiginator official podcast. It is linked down below. I promise it is. It is now linked on just about every video since the start of July, or maybe about halfway through July. And without further ado, as always, Luiginator out. See you later, friends.